WD18, the Watford fans channel, here for another match preview. This time the Golden Boys are heading to the north, in Yorkshire specifically, to take on Barnsley in a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. The game being live, of course, on Hive Live. Before, of course, we get into the actual preview of today, let's have a little recap regarding our last game, which was a 1-1 draw on Tuesday night against Wycombe at Adams Park. A game that was marring quite a lot of frustration, really, for a lot of Watford fans, including myself. I was expecting a relatively tough game, and that's exactly what we got. And on another day and on another occasion, Wycombe really could have come out with all 3 points. And their effort, I think, definitely did deserve that. We have Ben Foster to thank for another fantastic performance in goal. For him as well, he's saving some crucial shots as well from them. And ultimately, it was a very disjointed, kind of puzzling performance really from Watford. A 1-1 draw, as I say, we were lucky to get. The only good bit of news I think from that game was the fact that Ismail Assar has kick-started his scoring for the season, of course, but just too many errors, too many sloppy errors in the midfield in particular. Defensively, we didn't look as sharp as we have done, and it was really disappointing actually, but we've got the chance to remedy that on Saturday against what's going to be a pretty tough Barnsley side to break down. They've got a new manager, of course, Valerian Ismail, and I know it's a bit of a cliche, but they are on a bit of a new manager bounce at the moment. They picked up 3 points in midweek, a 3-0 home win against Queen's Park Rangers. They look very strong. They're going to give us a very tough test, as the saying goes right now. There are no such things as an easy game in the Championship, and I think we're going to experience that again on Saturday. And I feel like Barnsley are quite a similar team to Wycombe in some respects. They will make it difficult for us. They're not going to allow us to play the kind of football that we want to, and it's going to be an interesting game. If we're looking ahead to a little bit of team news for the game, of course, the team news has only literally just come out, and there's some good news for Watford in that. In our striker in Stipe Perizza, of course, went off injured in the Bournemouth game. A couple of games before. He doesn't require surgery on his shoulder injury. He'll be out for at least a couple of weeks or so. Should be fit and ready to return after the international break. Also, Vladimirovic is hoping to see the likes of Will Hughes, Andre Gray and Troy Deeney before the international break, ideally, although it doesn't look necessarily confirmed in that respect, and we could well be without those three until after the international break. Aside from that, though, you expect there to be a little bit of rotation from the game in midweek. I think there's already been a hint of Christian Cavacelle being rested after he went off with a broken nose, I think it was, in midweek. And you'd expect there to be a few changes as well. I expect the likes of Jeremy Ngakia to potentially come in again for Kiko Femenir. Potentially a couple of changes in that midfield as well. Maybe even James Garner, who actually has put in some decent performances. I thought our midfield really struggled actually during the week, and it's an area I think that we need to really kind of address. I think Apu looking good in there, but other players around him, the likes of Chalobah, in recent games haven't really stepped up. Tom Cleverley looked a bit leggy, as did Domingos Quina as well, so it's an idle chance for us to kind of freshen things up. But like I said, I expect a pretty tough game on Saturday. I think we'll do enough to get the result, but it's not going to be a free-flowing game from our perspective. I don't expect us to have all the possession, to have all the chances. It's very much on how we start the game. I thought we gave Wycombe far too much respect in the first half. They kind of capitalised on that. As I've said on another day, they could have taken all 3 points. They should have been at least 2 up by half-time, frankly. We can't allow that to happen on Saturday. We can't allow Barnsley to get an upper hand in the game. Can't allow them to score first. We need to be sharp. We need to be quick out the blocks. And ultimately, we need to get the 3 points. It's been a little bit of unnecessary panic, I think, on social media. The result in midweek was pretty concerning. But I'm confident that Vladimirovic has got this side well drilled. I think he'll be looking to change formations as well once fit players have come back in. I think he'll revert to a 4-3-3. And ultimately, it's not going to be right now, but I think after the international break, once some of those injuries, etc., have cleared, that's when I can see us really pushing on. But until then, of course, we have got a few other tough matches as well coming up. We've got Stoke City on next Tuesday night. Again, a tough game, a team that we've not actually beaten when we were both in the Premier League. especially actually at Vicarage Road. Actually, we haven't beaten them. I know we've done so at their place. And then the following week, before the international break, we welcome Coventry City to Vicarage Road. Again, not an easy game. And I think a lot of fans were maybe looking at these fixtures thinking that, you know, the next set of matches are easy or winnable matches. I think they came on Tuesday night has proven that there's no such thing. Even highlighted the fact that there's no such thing as an easy game. We're going to have our wits about us on Saturday. As I said, Barnsley, confidence with their new manager. They'll be looking to cause a bit of an upset. And the annoying thing is that Wickham have now provided most teams in the Championship with a bit of a blueprint on how to beat us. We need to be sharp, we need to be quick, and we need to go out and get the result on Saturday. And that's all I'm going to say about the game, really. Thank you very much for watching. If, of course, you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to WD18. I'll be back on Instagram with a live stream after the match, where hopefully we're all celebrating a Watford win. Come on, you ones.